So this is going to be a little bit different video than I usually do. One of my followers suggested that I do a Q&A when I hit 150K, and I just recently passed 150K, and this was back in March that they suggested this. So I posted on social media, what are some of the questions you would like to ask me in this 150K Q&A? And I got a bunch of them, and I selected 20 of them. A lot of them have to do with me personally, so you're going to learn a lot about me personally. I'm going to do my best to answer all of these really quickly because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. But there are 20 questions, so hopefully I can do this within about 20 to 30 minutes, not taking too long for each one. I think you're going to learn a lot about me, and hopefully it's a video that you like. It doesn't have to be the best rated video ever, but I think it's a great video for you to get to learn about me and a little bit more about my process and about print on demand as a whole. All right, so question 1. What was your background in before t-shirt design? So a lot of people know me for t-shirt design because that's what I do on YouTube. But before that, I was a trained graphic designer. So I graduated with a commercial art degree in graphic design. I've done things for ads in magazines, great magazines, yellow page ads, scrapbook things like designing for scrapbook and scrapbook paper, the patterns and everything. So I've done a whole wide range of things for graphic design. That's what I was trained as, I went to school for, and I love art as well. So a graphic designer, I think, is what I was before a t-shirt designer, which really helps being a t-shirt designer because they're kind of the same thing. Instead of doing print, I'm doing it on a t-shirt. So question 2 is, are you from Hawaii? And the answer is yes. I was born and raised in Hawaii on the island of Oahu, and I have this accent, which is from Hawaii. And it's great. I don't live in Hawaii currently, but I go and visit. I live in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, in USA. I've been living here for a while now. Over half my life I've been in Utah now. Question number 3. I'm curious about your name. Where does Juna come from? Well, actually Juna comes from Hawaii. Like I said, I was from Hawaii, and there's a lot of juniors there, and Juna is just a way that my mom said junior in kind of a Hawaiian accent, so it stuck, and that's my nickname, and that's because I'm a junior. So not a lot of people have that name, and usually it's from another country, not the United States, so you don't hear it a lot in the United States, but I like it. It stuck. I didn't like it in the beginning when I was growing up, but I like having a nickname that's different from everybody, so it makes me stand out, and it's pretty cool. So question number 4, do you have any pets? I think a lot of people think that I have pets because I did this corgi right here, this design, and I do a lot of different animals, and I love the cute kawaii things, but I actually don't have any pets. No dogs, no cats, no fish, not even a fish. We do love animals. I love animals, but we just don't have any pets in the home just because we have a smaller home, and it takes a lot of work. Question number 5. What is that shirt with autographs on it behind you? So this one right here, let me go share it with you. Hold on. So this is one of my, is a real shirt. You can see all the signatures right here. Boom, boom, boom. I'll actually put a list of who these are, but first let me tell you what this is. This was a t-shirt that I designed for Cafe Press. They had a contest way back in the day when the TV show Lost was really popular, and Lost was about to end, and they had a contest on who could design the best t-shirt for Lost. And this t-shirt right here actually won, and the prize was, to get a signed t-shirt from the cast of Lost. So here's the signed t-shirt with all the people in Lost. I found what each signature was, and it's incredible, and it's one of my prized possessions for being a t-shirt designer, so I hang it up on the wall usually back there, and it's great. I also won the full set of DVDs and a bunch of other things, but this one I kept and I hang it on my wall, and it's really cool. I look at it all the time. All right, question number 6. What is your 9 to 5? Well, my 9 to 5 currently is, I'm not a graphic designer anymore. I'm a UX designer, which means a user experience designer. And that's just a fancy word to say that I create the look and feel for web apps. So if you're looking at like a YouTube page or a Twitter or Facebook page, the person that designs the buttons and the layout and what happens when you click on the buttons and what happens when you do this, that's what I do. And not for Facebook or Google or YouTube, but for another company. And that's what I've been doing for the last 11 years, is that UX design or user experience design. Question number 7 is, I know you have a 9 to 5, I just talked about it, so I'm wondering what time of day you typically film your videos. Well, right now it's in the morning before my 9 to 5. I usually get up at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and work until I hit the 9 to 5. I get to work from home, so I get to work from 5 on my own stuff on YouTube and designing videos, t-shirt design and videos there, everything. So I decide to film in the morning from 5 till about 8. Right now it's about 8 o'clock, and I have to get ready for work by 9. So I got that time right there. Or I usually film, if I can't do it in the morning, I do after 5. So I got from like 6 to 10. I sleep about 10:30. So anywhere before or after work, that's the time I have, so that's when I film. But I usually film in the morning. The bad thing about the morning is it's hard to talk in the morning to get started, so I have to drink a lot of water and get the voice going. But the hard thing about night is a lot of things come up. Like there's things that come up at night that you have to do, or go shopping or do some other things, so that's hard too. So I like to get it done in the morning. Longer answer than you thought, but yeah, in the morning is the right answer. So question number 8. How many hours do you work on doing t-shirts per week? Well, I don't really track it, so I don't really know, but if I had to guess, I probably put in as much as a part-time job to a full-time job, so probably between 20 and 40 hours a week. I design t-shirts. I do the design with Detour, so I do at least a t-shirt design a day, which can take me about an hour, and that's 5 days. So at a minimum, I'm doing 10 hours a week. So but it's probably somewhere in between 20 and 40 if I had to guess. But I don't track it. I just do it as it comes, and I don't worry about it too much. I don't worry about putting in hours like a job. I just worry about getting it done and making sure that I get this design done and that design done. And if there's something that comes to mind, I work on it and then I do it. So that's a nice flexibility about print on demand, is you're not working per hour. You're trying to do it per value. You're trying to make the best design, not trying to crank out as many as you can in a certain amount of hours. So question number 9. Do you remember your first sale was at Cafe Press? Yes, it was. It was Cafe Press. I started my first print-on-demand site was Cafe Press in 2005. I mentioned this a lot, and I think I put it a lot on my Detour shirts since 2005 or something like that. You might have seen that as well. Yes, Cafe Press was the first one. It's one of the biggest ones back in that day. I think Zazzle was out there and Spreadshirt was still out there, but Cafe Press was the big one at the time, and so we joined that one, my business partner and I, and yeah, that was the first sale. It was pretty cool, and that's what got me excited to sell t-shirts online, because I'm like, this is a cool thing. I've been trying to do t-shirts for a long time, and now I can actually do it online. Question 10 is related. What are some of the designs from 2005 when you started print on demand with Cafe Press? So actually you can go back to Cafe Press. So let me do that right now, and let's go to Cafe Press and I'll show you some of my old designs. All right, so here I am on Cafe Press, you can see, and this is all my designs on Cafe Press. I haven't uploaded in a while, so there's not a lot of new stuff on here, but if you scroll down, there's a bunch. Total 761, so I thought I had more than that. But if we go to the last page, this one was one of the first ones. Right here, I'll zoom it in. We didn't know what to do, but we ate a lot of ramen in the office, and so we just scanned a thing of ramen, and we wrote, "I like noodles" underneath, and I think it sold at least once. And then I just started designing some weird stuff. So I think this one was one of my first ones too. I like mayonnaise, I like curry. I like the I Love t-shirts. They were really big back then, and so I did that, and this was the original Detour logo. So you can see it's a detour on the road with a detour and it's 2 on it. We love sushi. These are some back in 2005. So really early concepts, my way or the highway, you choose. Really, really old stuff. So yeah, these are some of my old designs, some of my classic, you call it. You can't find these on, I don't think I put this on Amazon or TeePublic or anything like that, but maybe I should put it on there just for fun. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe I can download it from here, but yeah, some of my old designs from 2005. Question number 11. How do you drive traffic to your shops? Well, actually, I don't really drive traffic that much to most of my shops. So on TeePublic and Redbubble and some of the other print-on-demand shops, I just really concentrate on creating the best design that people want to buy on those platforms. So, and I let the platform kind of drive the traffic, organic traffic. But for Amazon, I do use Amazon ads, and I usually put them on designs that already have sales. So I don't put it on all my designs, which would cost a lot. I usually put it on like my top 20, top 30 designs, and then try and pick up traffic. So for example, last year, this is how much I spent on ads, which isn't a lot compared to a lot of other people. And I only got a fraction of the sales of my total sales for it. So like 100 something sales came from ads, but more than 1,000 sales came from, from organic traffic. So I don't really drive traffic that much. I do have a social media presence, and I do put on there, but honestly, I don't think that accounts for a lot of sales. It's nice to get those sales, but it's not like a Shopify store where you have to push ads to get, pay for Google ads and things like that. I don't do that, and so my costs are really, really low. Question number 12. What is the main part of your portfolio, evergreens or seasonal niches? I actually think it's about half and half. I haven't really counted, and I don't focus on, or I don't keep track of what I'm designing, which sounds weird, but I just, at the time I want to design something and I put it up there and that it goes on there, so I don't really keep track of it that way. But if I had to guess, they're probably half and half. I love evergreens because they can sell all year potentially, but I also like seasonal stuff because I want to make sure to hit that the month at the right time. For example, on Halloween, I get a lot of sales because I have a lot of Halloween centric designs, which I want to keep doing for every month. Why not get a lot of sales for 4th of July and a lot of sales for summer and a lot of sales for back to school? You can do that as well and get those sales for the seasonal one, as well as incorporate the evergreen that can do it throughout the year. Question number 13. Have you ever had a rejection, any rejection? I'm assuming you're talking about a rejection from Amazon Merch on Demand, and yes, I've had a lot of them. Not on purpose. I don't purposely go out and try and do copyright or trademark stuff, but occasionally I forget to check trademark and I think this thing can't be trademarked, right? And surprise, surprise, it actually is trademarked, which I forgot to check, which I should have. And it's just, people are trademarking things that shouldn't be trademarked, in my opinion, and they are, and sometimes I get hit, and it's not that big of a deal. I really think you should check trademarks all the time, but sometimes I'm lazy and I think this can't be trademarked, and surprise, it is, and I get hit with it. So it doesn't happen a lot because I do check a lot, but yeah, I've had rejections before for sure. Question number 14. What is your general approach to ads on your designs? Yeah, I think I kind of explained this a little bit. My general approach to ads is I use Amazon ads. I don't do ads on anything else because it's so expensive, and Amazon is really targeted on Amazon when people want to buy, where other places they're, try Facebook ads or Google ads where they're trying to get you to leave the site and go to another site, which is really hard. So I love Amazon ads for that. And I usually, like I said, I put ads on usually my top 20 or 30 designs that are getting sales, and just kind of bump it up to make sure that they keep at the top and they keep getting more sales and have the better BSR. Question number 15. Have you considered creating a course for kids, since so many kids are using online platforms to create art? That I haven't thought of that, but I love teaching kids. I love teaching. So maybe a course in the future for kids. I think that would be really cool. I don't have any plans for it. I don't know exactly what I would do for it, but yeah, I think drawing would be really cool. Just teaching them the basics of like drawing different shapes and drawing different characters. I think they would love that, and coloring and things like, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't have any plans for it, but now that you've made this question, I think that could be a possibility in the future. Maybe even a kids channel. That would be cool for YouTube. Just really simple drawing and things like that. If I had more time, obviously, without a 9-to-5, but maybe somewhere down in the future. Question number 16. Can you tell us more about the fees involved in calculating earned income for tax purposes? Whoa, I'm not a tax person. I actually have someone to do my taxes, but I would say this: if you're in the US and you're making money online, save 30% of that money for taxes. Now, it's not exactly 30%, and it would be great for you to get a tax guy if you have, like me, like a 9-to-5 and multiple streams of income and all of that. I think that's why I got it, because it just got US taxes are complicated anyway and changes. But I would say basic rule, save 30% of your income, no matter where it comes from. If you're not paying taxes already, like a 9 to 5, save that and you should be fine. You should be fine. Question number 17, which print-on-demand product should we start as a beginner other than mugs and t-shirts? Wow, that's a tough one because t-shirts, yes. Any apparel, really, if you can do it. So if not t-shirts, hoodies. If not hoodies, you know, some other kinds of t-shirts. I think, and mugs is a good one. You got to go through your house and think about what do I own more than one thing of, and that's why t-shirts are so good, because most people own at least 5, 10 t-shirts, right? Most people own at least 1 to 2, 3 mugs. Stickers is a great one, but it's just a very low cost. A lot of people own more than one sticker. Ornaments can be a good one during Christmas, but just think about, like, go through the whole product list on Redbubble or Printify or wherever you're getting your products from, and look through it and think about, do I own more than 2 or 3 of these? And if so, then that's probably a good product to pick. Question 18, can we buy Amazon merch account from someone? The answer is, I don't really know, and I wouldn't do it. It's kind of risky. I think people can sell their Amazon account, but I haven't read the terms of service. I know people have built it up in order to sell it. I've never sold mine. I've never bought somebody else's one. So I'll be very, very careful about buying a merch Amazon account from somebody. It just sounds really fishy, and I'd rather just start from scratch, and then you have all that baggage and stuff like that. So I think it is possible. I don't know the legal rights about it, so not the best person to ask about this. But personally, I would stay away from it. I already have one, for one, but also it just seems fishy. You know, trying to not start from zero, but start ahead and not doing all the work. So I would personally stay away from it. Question number 19. It's a long one. I started POD 2 years ago, and I was getting 4 to 5 sales a month on Etsy. I posted the same designs on other platforms like TeePublic, Teespring, Spreadshirt, Society6, and Zazzle, but I didn't get even one sale. What could be the reason? Well, there could be lots of reasons. The first thing that comes to mind is Etsy is a different platform than Zazzle and different than Society6. And you see this on my channel too, as I post my 100 designs or more for Design with Detour, you'll notice that I get more sales. Even though there's the same exact design, I get more sales on Amazon than I do on TeePublic, than I do on Redbubble. And that's because they're different platforms, and I'm relying on organic traffic, and different people shop at those different ones. So you're trying to design for the audience that shops at that print-on-demand site. So everything that sells well on one platform doesn't necessarily sell on another platform. So you have to do your research for that platform specific, that print-on-demand specific, and see what kinds of things people like on there. Are they more artist-centric? Are they more funny? Is there a certain style that sells better on here? And you know, you just gotta have to kind of figure that out, and that's why I would think that's one of the main reasons why you're getting sales on Etsy but not on some of the other ones. And the Etsy audience loves what you're doing there, but the other print-on-demand sites and traffic. Honestly, Etsy has a lot more traffic than any of those other ones that you mentioned, and so that's a big thing, and that's a big thing for Amazon too. Why I do a lot more on Amazon, because it just gets a lot more traffic than the other two. So question number 20, I saved the best for last. I think it's one of the better questions. So this is what it is. What are some best practices a beginner should adopt on startup? So got 2 ideas for you. So basically, you need to know what you're getting into. So if you're gonna design t-shirts, for example, know what a good t-shirt looks like. You can't just say, I'm gonna design t-shirts. You've never designed a t-shirt, don't know what a good t-shirt design looks like, and expect to sell t-shirts, right? You gotta do your research. So get to know what the product is, get to know what people like. I would go, if you're selling t-shirts, for example, go out to the store and look at what t-shirts are in Target and Walmart and whatever shop is out there that has t-shirts that are close to you, or online. I mean, we have access to tons of t-shirts online, what people are buying. And the next thing is, like I said in the previous one, is to do your research. Like, what sells on the specific print-on-demand site? So if you're gonna sell on TeePublic, for example, study, research TeePublic, know everything there is to know about TeePublic before you just start throwing things on there. What kinds of things does the TeePublic audience want to buy? What kinds of tags and topics and styles are really popular on there, so that you can come in and give them something better, give them something unique, and get something out there that the audience, the TeePublic audience in this case, would want to buy. So there you go, 20 questions, my 150K Q&A. Hopefully that was really helpful, and get to know me a little bit more, and some print-on-demand questions in there as well. If you have any other questions, I answer and look at all my comments, so put a comment below and ask me another question. I'll happy to answer them. Thanks again for watching. I should probably put a video here. Here's one of my latest videos right here. Watch this one. I'll give you a lot. I don't know what it is. It's going to be random. So watch that one right there. And thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.